Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to the 1985 playoffs in season ticket baseball. Today on Saturday afternoon baseball, we are over at Busch Stadium for game 2 between the Houston Astros and the St. Louis Cardinals. The Astros lead the series 1-0. They're trying to send us back to game 3, back to Houston up 2-0. That game 3 of this series will tentatively be on Thursday, but I have to look at the actual updated schedule. I'm keeping a few different schedule documents, and I need to get them all in sync. So we are looking at that series today. So we're expecting a big sellout here at Busch Stadium as the Cardinals are trying desperately to avoid going to the Astrodome down 0-2. That wouldn't quite be a death sentence, but I don't like the Cardinals' chances of coming back from that. So we've got a sellout here at Busch Stadium, and let's jump right into the action. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight is their number 2 starter, John Tudor. 21-8 with a 1.93 ERA, 275 innings pitched, 169 strikeouts, 49 walks, and 14 home runs in 1985. While the rest of the Cardinals get loose behind Tudor, we will take our first look at the Astros starting lineup. Philip Anderson first to join us here at Busch Stadium. And yes, Philip, the Tigers almost had it in game 1. But the Yankees came through clutch against Willie Hernandez. The Tigers have got to be steaming, thinking they should be leading that series 1-0. But let's come back to St. Louis. Leading off for the Astros, we have Craig Reynolds at shortstop. Jerry Mumphrey's in right field. Bill Duran is at second base. Kevin Bass is in center field. Glenn Davis is at first base. Mark Bailey's catching. Jose Cruz is in left field. Denny Walling is at third base. And the starting pitcher, Mike Scott, of course, gets a pitcher batting card. And yes, we will see how the Cardinals bounce back. I would say game 2 is a must-win for the Cardinals. Because if they have to go to Houston and play Nolan Ryan and have Nolan Ryan waiting for them in game 4, that is basically a death sentence for the Cardinals. Leading off for the Astros today we've got Craig Reynolds. 272 average, 4 home runs, 32 RBIs in 85. We are using red, white, and red dice for this one. Cardinals are the home team. Houston leads the series 1-0. We shift over to Houston for game 3. The question is, are we going back with a best of 3, or does Houston take a stranglehold on this series? Only the dice know, and in order to find out what the dice know, we have to go to the same place where every game starts, as Tudor gets the sign from Porter, and now we are all set to go to the first pitch. We will get this one started off with a 279 against the lefty. A 279 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Grabbing that one is going to be Clark. He will wave off Tudor coming over, and that is 1 out in the inning, and we are underway here at Busch Stadium. Jerry Mumphrey is now the batter for the Astros. 277 average, 8 home runs, 61 RBIs in 85. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 551. That'll be over to third base. Getting to that one for the Cardinals is Pendleton. And that'll be a ground ball right at Pendleton. He will take his time, throw that across the diamond. 2 outs in the inning. Bill Duran, now the batter. 287 average, 14 home runs, 59 RBIs in 85. Tudor looking in at Porter for the sign. He will set. And he will pitch. That is a 184. And a 184 is going to get popped up on the infield. Clark will be over in foul territory for that one, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Astros here in the top of the first. Score is now Houston 0, St. Louis coming to bat. Cardinals have got to have this game 2. They cannot afford to go to Houston down 0-2. Starting pitcher for the Houston Astros in this one is Mike Scott. 18-8 with a 3.29 ERA, 221 2/3 innings pitched, 137 strikeouts, 80 walks, and 20 home runs in 85. While the rest of the Astros get loose behind Scott, we will take our first look at the Cardinals' starting lineup. Leading off, Darryl Porter's catching. Vince Coleman is in left field. Willie McGee is in center field. Tom Herr is at second base. Andy Van Slyke is in right field. Jack Clark is at first base. Ozzie Smith is at shortstop. Terry Pendleton's at third base. And John Tudor, the starting pitcher, gets a pitcher batting card. That's the lineup Scott needs to keep in check if the Astros are going to take a stranglehold on this series. Leading off for the Cardinals is Darryl Porter. 221 average, 10 home runs, 36 RBIs in 85. I will tab back into Digital Diamond, and I will see you guys for the top of the second. Hopefully you guys will enjoy a bit of Saturday afternoon baseball. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 672. That'll turn into a 682. And Porter's going to lead off with a base hit. He will get on for the Cardinals to start this game. The infield will go to double play depth. Vince Coleman is now the batter. 267 average, 1 home run, 40 RBIs in 85. Porter, not that great a steal. Coleman, not that good a bunt. So the Cardinals are going to try a hit and run here. They're going to see what they can do about turning on some speed against Scott. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 420, and against a righty, a 420 is going to be a ground ball right in front of the plate. Bailey cat-like off the plate. Porter will move over to second as Bailey will throw that over to first for the first out of the inning. So the hit and run is effectively a sacrifice hit for the Cardinals. Willie McGee now steps into the batter's box. 353 average, 10 home runs, 82 RBIs in 85. McGee will set for the pitch from Scott. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 328. And a 328 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one for the Astros is going to be Cruz. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Porter takes off from second. Here comes the throw from Cruz. The throw is high. Porter's safe at third as he tags up and moves over to third base. But 2 outs in the inning. Tom Herr, now the batter. 302 average, 8 home runs, 110 RBI in 85. Cardinals fans are loud, hoping Herr can get Porter in. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 518, and a 518 is going to be a base hit right up the middle past Scott, and the Cardinals are going to take an early lead. Porter will come in to score. Herr will go to first. 1-0 Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! Here's Andy Van Slyke. 259 average, 13 home runs, 55 RBIs in 85. Scott's got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 394. And a 394 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Tracking that down for the Astros is Cruz once again. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But the Cardinals strike first. 1 run on 2 hits. St. Louis holds a 1-0 lead after 1. The Cardinals need this game. They cannot afford to go to Houston down 0-2 in the series. The top of the second brings us to the middle of the Astros order. Here's Kevin Bass. 269 average, 16 home runs, 68 RBIs in 85. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 512, and that'll be grounded right back to Tudor. He will take his time, throw that over to first. 1 out in the inning. Glenn Davis is now the batter. .271 average, 20 home runs, 64 RBI in 85. Tudor looking to Porter for the sign once again. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 3-13, and Davis is going to swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Davis goes chasing a pitch that he probably shouldn't have gone after. 2 outs in the inning, and Mark Bailey is now the batter. .265 average, 10 home runs, 45 RBIs in 85. Tudor hoping for a nice quick 1-2-3 inning. He will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. A 5.62, that's over to shortstop, where Smith's got it with no problem. He will take his time, move that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Astros here in the top of the second. Still 1-0 Cardinals as we get set for the bottom of the second. And the Cardinals, yes, this is a great start. They had to come back from a 4-0 deficit, and they weren't able to finish the job from there. Bottom of the second now for the Cardinals, and leading off is Jack Clark. .281 average, 22 home runs, 87 RBIs in 85. He will be the batter. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 6.33. That'll turn into a 6.43 and be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is Duran. He will take his time with that, move it over to first, out number 1. Ozzie Smith is now the batter. .276 average, 6 home runs, 54 RBIs in 85. Scott looking in at Bailey for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 6.11. That'll turn into a 6.21 and get popped up on the infield to second base. Duran calling everybody off just beyond the infield, but he will make the catch, and that will be out number 2. Terry Pendleton is now the batter. .240 average, 5 home runs, 69 RBIs in 85. Scott will get the sign from Bailey once more. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 5.46. That's over to Duran at second base, and a 5.46 is going to get right past him into right field and be a base hit. Hold on. Let's put I was on the wrong side of the score sheet. Pendleton on with 2 outs, as the batter now is John Tudor. Of course, no individual pitcher batting stats on the pitcher batting cards. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 3.44 based on a contact rating of a 1. 3.44 is going to be a called strike 3 on Tudor as he gets frozen by a changeup, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the hit for the Cardinals. St. Louis still holding a 1-0 lead after 2. Top of the third brings us to the bottom of the Astros order. Jose Cruz leading off the inning. .300 average, 9 home runs, 79 RBI in 85. Tudor looking in at Porter for the sign. 1-0 Cardinals, top of the third. Tudor will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 4.33 against the lefty. 4.33 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up for the Cardinals is HOU. He will make the play over to first. 1 out in the inning. Denny Walling is now the batter for the Astros. .270 average, 7 home runs, 45 RBIs in 85. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 137, and a 137 is going to be a 337, and that'll be a ground ball over to short, where Smith gets that one with no trouble. He will move that over to first for 2 outs in the inning. Mike Scott is now the batter for the Astros. He's the starting pitcher today. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 106. That'll turn into a 306 based on a contact rating of a 1. That'll be a called strike 3 on Scott as he gets frozen by the heat. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the third. Cardinals holding on to a 1-0 lead going into the bottom of the third. Scott finishing up his warm-up tosses as the Cardinals are already back to the top of the order. Here's Porter. Porter's 1 for 1 with the leadoff single. Scott looking into Bailey for the sign. 1-0 Cardinals, bottom of the third. Scott will set, and he will pitch. That is a 284. That sounds like trouble against the lefty 284. Uh-oh. Porter's into one that is deep to right field. Porter with an 8. Does he extend this Cardinals lead? Porter gets into that one. That's back into right field. Going after that one is going to be Mumphrey. He'll be heading back toward the track, and the ball is going to start to die out there. It'll come down into Mumphrey's glove for out number 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. Cardinals would like to get a few more runs on the board. They know what this Astros offense is capable of. Here's Coleman. Coleman is 0 for 1. Scott trying to keep this game right where it is at 1-0. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 236. Against a switch left, a 236 is going to be grounded over to first. Davis will get that one. He'll throw that over to Scott. 2 outs in the inning. Scott coming over to cover the bag, as it was pretty far over to the second base side of the bag. 2 outs in the inning for the Cardinals, and McGee now the batter. McGee flew out his first time up. Scott looking in at Bailey for the sign once again. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 267 against a switch left. A 267 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Hunting that one down for the Astros once again is Mumphrey. He'll come in for that one slightly, but he will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cardinals in the bottom of the third, and the Astros fans are very happy to hear that. They're not happy to hear that the Cardinals have a 1-0 lead after 3. Yep, the Cards have gotten some base runners, and they're back to the top of their order already. They were back to the top of the order already for the third. The Astros are now back to the top of their order in the top of the fourth. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds is 0 for 1. Tudor looks to be settling in. He will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 571. That's into left field. Tracking that down for the Cardinals is Coleman. And that'll be a fly ball. Coleman going to his right. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Mumphrey, now the batter. Mumphrey grounded out his first time up. Tudor looking in at Porter for the sign once again. Cardinals with a 1-0 lead. Tudor will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 633, and that'll get popped up on the infield. Smith calling everybody off in the infield grass. He will take that one, and that is out number 2. Here's Duran. Duran popped out to first his first time up. Tudor looking in at Porter for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 5-12, and that's right back to Tudor. He will get that one with no problem. He'll take his time, throw that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the fourth. Cardinals still holding a 1-0 lead as we get set for the bottom of the fourth. Tudor has been locked in so far today. Bottom of the fourth brings us to the middle of the Cardinals order. Here's HOU. HOU today is 1 for 1 with a single. Scott looking in at Bailey for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 4-10. Against a righty, a 4-10 is going to be a leadoff walk for HOU as Scott loses control of a changeup for ball 4. HOU will trot to first. The Astros will go to double play depth, and here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 1. Nothing cute here from the Cardinals. They're going to have Van Slyke grip it and rip it. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 257 against the lefty. A 257 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Mumphrey going back for that one. He's back near the track, but he will have plenty of room to make that catch for out number 1. Clark, now the batter. Clark is also 0 for 1. He's also going to grip it and rip it. He's got great power. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. HOU edging off of first. Scott will set, and he will pitch. That is a 101. 101 will turn into a 301, and Clark swings through a changeup for strike 3, out number 2. And here's Smith. Smith is 0 for 1. Scott trying to get out of this inning. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 381. And a 381 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Duran will grab that one. He will throw that over to Reynolds at short. That'll get HOU, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the walk for the Cardinals. St. Louis still holding on to that 1-0 lead after 4. The way Tudor's pitching so far, that might be enough, but if you're the Cardinals, you'd love to get at least 1 or 2 more runs out of this to get some breathing room. Top of the 5th brings us back to the middle of the Astros order. Here's Bass. Bass is 0 for 1 today. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. Cardinals holding a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. Tudor will set, and he will pitch. That is a 116. That'll turn into a 316 and be a fly ball into center field. Tracking that one down for the Cardinals is McGee. He will make that catch near the track. 1 out in the inning. Here's Davis. Davis struck out his first time up. Tudor gets the sign from Porter. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 347, and a 347 is going to be a swing and a miss for Davis as he goes through a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 2. That's also the 1, 2, just the 3rd strikeout today by Tudor. Here's Bailey. Bailey's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Here's the windup. And here comes the pitch. That is a 152. And a 152 is going to be grounded right back to Tudor. He will turn, throw that over to Clark at first. That will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 5th. Cardinals still holding a 1-0 lead at the halfway point as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. Cardinals looking for a huge bounce back game as we're moving very quickly through this one. Here's Pendleton. Pendleton has a single today. 1-0 Cardinals, bottom of the 5th. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 271 against a switch left, 271. Uh-oh. Pendleton's into one. That is deep to right field. Pendleton with a power of a 2. Does he extend this Cardinals lead? Pendleton's going to get into that one, and that's going to drop. That's going to drop by Mumphrey, go to the wall, and Pendleton will find himself at second with a stand-up double. Stadium cheers. Yay! That's a leadoff double, and here's Tudor. Tudor today is 0 for 1, and he's showing bunt. The corners are going to come in expecting the bunt. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch for the bunt from Tudor. Let's see, 5 and 10 is 15. And that's going to be a possible fielder's choice right in front of the plate. So defense may take the automatic out at first or challenge any forced runner's speed. Pendleton's speed is a 3. Catcher is a 4. This is a tough decision. Do you challenge for the speed? You challenge the speed. No, I think you take the sure out here. It's a risk, but you'd rather have the sure out here. Pendleton will move over to third. Tudor will be out. 1 out in the inning. The infield will have to play in as the batter is Porter. Porter today is 1 for 2. Pendleton, let's see what he's doing. 3-3. I'm checking arm ratings in case you're wondering what I'm doing. 2-4-2. Pendleton is going on contact. Cardinals would like to try to get at least one more run here. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the windup, or here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 634. That'll turn into a 644, and that'll be a base hit past Duran at second. The Cardinals will get another run. Pendleton will score. Porter will go to second. 2-0 Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! The infield back to double play depth. Coleman now the batter. Coleman today is 0 for 2. The hit and run did not work well for the Cardinals, so they're not going to try it this time. Coleman's just going to swing away. Scott will get the sign from Bailey, and he will pitch. That is a 251 against a switch left. 251 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Mumphrey going back for that one. He's not quite to the track, but he'll have plenty of room to track that down for out number 2. And here's McGee. McGee is 0 for 2. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 666. That'll turn into a 676, and that'll be a base hit into center field. Porter, I believe, will stop at first. Yeah, Porter will stop at first. McGee will go to first. And here's Her. Her is 1 for 1 with a single. We're going to get some activity in the Astros bullpen as starting to get loose for the Astros. They are probably looking for long relief at this point. Let's see. Lefty, righty switch. They're going to get Ron Mathis warming up. The Astros could really use some long relief here. Porter at second, McGee at first. 2-0 in favor of the Cardinals. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 655, which will turn into a 665, and be a ground ball over to first. Picking that one up is Davis. He will take his time, throw that over as Scott's coming over to cover, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 3 hits. The Cardinals extend their lead to 2-0 after 5. Fans here at Busch Stadium liking what they see so far. Astro fans, not so much. Top of the 6th coming up brings us to the bottom of the Astros order. Here's Cruz. Cruz today is 0 for 1. Tudor looking in at Porter for the sign. 2-0 Cardinals, top of the 6th. St. Louis trying to send the series back to Houston, even at 1. Astros offense needs to wake up. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 345. And a 345 is going to be the first hit of the day for the Astros. Cruz will have a single. Infield for the Cardinals will go to double play depth. And here's Walling. Walling today is 0 for 1. Cruz edging off of first. He's going to hold. Walling's got decent power. He's going to swing away. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. And he will pitch. That is a 218. And a 218 against a lefty. 218 is going to be a base hit for Walling, as everybody will move up. And suddenly fans at Busch Stadium are loud. Here's Scott. Scott today is 0 for 1. He's showing bunt. He wants to try to move the Cardinals or the Astros runners over. The infield is going to bring the corners in, expecting the bunt. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. Let's see, that's an 11 on the bunt. And that's going to be a pretty bad bunt, most likely. He'll miss that one. So 2 strikes on Scott. And we will do it again. Bunt is called off. This time it is a 507, which is going to be a rare play with runners on first and second. And I assume there should be a section for, first and second. Here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. That is a 663. And a 663 says it's going to be a line drive over to short. Smith will get that one. He'll throw that over to second. That'll double off Her. Her will throw that over to first to Clark. That'll triple off Walling, and that will be a triple play. Stadium goes berserk. Yay, yay, yay! Let's see, 6-4. How in the hell am I going to enter a triple play? That is a huge play for the Cardinals, though. Let's try a Lomax 6. Let's see if that does it. Because that's what we wanted to end up with. Perfect. What a huge play for the Cardinals there. 2 hits, but everybody gets tripled off. Cardinals holding on to a 1-0 lead in the heading into the bottom of the 6th. And even when the Astros get somebody on, they still can't catch a break. Bottom of the 6th coming up as Mathis continues to throw for the Astros in the bullpen. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke is 0 for 2. Scott will get the sign from Porter. Tudor is going berserk in the dugout. Scott will set, and here's the pitch. I almost forgot about that. That is a 126. That'll turn into a 326 and be a fly ball into center field. Bass going back for that one. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. One out, and here's Clark. Clark is 0 for 2. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 119. That'll turn into a 319, and Clark will swing through the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 2. Here's Smith. Smith today is 0 for 2. Scott looking into Bailey for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 576. That's into left field. Going after that is Cruz, and a 576. That's going to get to the wall past Cruz. That'll be a double for Smith. Pendleton, now the batter. And actually, that's the first point of fatigue against Scott. Pendleton is 2 for 2. Pendleton's got a single and a double, and he scored a run. Scott will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 578. That sounds like trouble. That's right back to Cruz. And a 578 is going to be a base hit for Cruz, and the Cardinals are going to extend their lead. Smith will score. Pendleton to first. 3-0 Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! Batter now is Tudor. Tudor is 0 for 1. Scott trying to get out of the inning. He will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 485. That sounds like trouble. That's actually based on his I rating of a 3. 485 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Cruz will actually get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. But more damage done. One run on 2 hits. Cardinals now have a 3-0 lead heading into a 3-0 lead after 6. Top of the 7th coming up, and we're back to the top of the Astros order again. Here's Reynolds. Reynolds today is 0 for 2. Tudor has been on today. He's scattered 2 hits through 6 he's pitched 2-hit ball through 6 innings. Tudor gets the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 297. Oh boy, 297 against the lefty. That is deep to right field. Reynolds with a power of a 3. Do the Astros cut into the Cardinals' lead here? That'll get down, and he won't cut into the lead, but that will get down in front of Van Slyke. That'll be a base hit for Reynolds to lead off the top of the 7th. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey's 0 for 2. Reynolds, not much of a steal threat. He will hold. Mumphrey is going to swing away. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 284. And against a switch right, 284. Uh-oh. Mumphrey's into one now. That's deep to left field. Mumphrey with a power of a 3. Can he cut into this Astros deficit? No, but actually, yes, he will cut into that deficit because that's going to drop. Actually, Let's go to the right place. 3 and 5 is 8. That's actually going to drop in front of Coleman in left field. That will be a base hit. And now the Astros have something going on here with nobody out in the top of the 7th. Here's Duran. Duran is 0 for 2. This Astros offense might be waking up. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. Reynolds at second, Mumphrey at first. Tudor will set, and he will pitch. That is a 4-0-3. And against the lefty, that is a walk, and the bases are full of Astros. There is no place to put the next batter in this inning. Holy cow, the Astros suddenly have something cooking here in the top of the 7th. The infield has to play in. Actually, do they have to play in? Not necessarily, but are they going to? No, I think they want outs here. They're going to play at double play depth. Here's Bass. Bass today is 0 for 2. Astros have something going. Fans at Busch Stadium are loud, hoping the Cardinals can keep this game right where it is. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Busch Stadium is loud. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 465, and against a lefty of 465, that is going to get the Astros on the board. That will be a double. That'll be a double into center field. Reynolds and Mumphrey will both score. Duran goes to third, Bass to second. 3-2. Here come the Astros. Stadium barfs. Blah. Now the infield's got to play in with nobody out, and the batter now is Davis. Davis today is 0 for 2. Tudor was looking invincible. Now he's very much rattled. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. 3-2 Cardinals, top of the 7th. Astros are threatening with nobody out. Tudor will set, and he will pitch. That is a 2-0-4. A 2-0-4 against a righty is going to be a ground ball. Is going to be, actually, I never checked Duran. Duran is, so I'm actually going to check Duran, and then we're going to re-roll the at-bat, because I never decided what he was doing. So let's see, 5-arm, 2, 2, 3, 4. Duran is not going on contact, so we're going to re-roll the at-bat. We're supposed to make that decision with the infield in. And all of a sudden, we've got a very interesting game here in the top of the 7th. So Tudor will get the sign from Porter. Duran is not going on contact. Tudor will set, and he will pitch. That is a 341. And a 341 is going to be a swing and a miss as Davis tries to do too much with the high heat for strike 3. That is out number 1. Davis's third strikeout on the day. 1 out, and here's Bailey. Bailey today is 0 for 2. This time Duran is going on contact. Duran on third, Bass on second. Tudor gets the sign from Porter. Bailey waits for the pitch. Tudor will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 150, and a 150 is going to be a ground ball right back to Tudor. Duran coming to the plate. Duran with a speed of a 3. Can he beat a 13 to the plate? Here comes the throw from Tudor. It's right on target. Porter's got it. Duran just gets under the tag. He is safe. This game is tied. Duran scores. Bass to third. Bailey to second. We are tied at 3 here at Busch Stadium. Stadium barfs. Blah. We should have, I'm just checking here. Okay. Those 3 should have scored. Duran should be, or Bass should be at third right now. Wow. The infield is still playing in. Batter now is Cruz. Cruz today is 1 for 2. He actually got the first hit against Tudor. We're now going to get some activity in the Cardinals bullpen, as getting loose for the Cardinals is going to be, let's see, lefty, and I don't know who's pinch hitting for Scott. There's zero chance he's coming to the plate this inning. The Cardinals are going to get Ken Daly warming up. This was 3-0 Cardinals. Busch Stadium was feeling mighty good. Now, Busch Stadium is suddenly very, very nervous, as now the Astros have runners at the corners with 1 out. The infield is in to try to prevent Bass from scoring the go-ahead run. Bass is got a speed of a 4. Bass is going on contact. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 268 against the lefty at 268. It's going to be a ground ball over to first. Grabbing that is Clark. He's got an arm of a 2. Here comes Bass to the plate. Bass has got to beat a 12 to score the go-ahead run. Here comes the throw from Clark, and the throw is going to be off target. Bass will score. Astros take the lead. Wow. Bass will score. Bailey will go to second. Cruz to first. 4-3 Astros. Stadium barfs. Bleh. Cardinals panicking. And the batter now is Walling. Walling today is 1 for 2. This could be a Game of the Year candidate the way things are going here. Astros were down 3-0 coming into this inning. They now lead 4-3. Wow, we've got some drama here at Busch Stadium. Tudor will get the sign from Porter. He will set. Busch Stadium is loud. Actually, Busch Stadium is stunned right now. Tudor will set, and he will pitch. That is that's a 691. And Walling's going to get into that one. That's going to be a double, and the Astros are going to extend their lead. Bailey will score. Cruz to second. Cruz to third. Walling to second. 5-3 Astros. Stadium barfs. Bleh. And Scott is going to come out of the game. The Astros are going to go to the bench, as Busch Stadium cannot believe what they're seeing. Actually, we're going to have both a new pitcher and a pinch hitter. As the home team, Cardinals will get last choice. So coming into bat for the Astros, I should say, is going to be coming in to pinch it for the Cardinals, or for the Astros, I should say, once we make this cooperate, is going to be Alan Ashby. 280 average, 8 home runs, 25 RBIs, and 85. He will be the pinch hitter. Tudor is going to come out of the game once I get Digital Diamond to catch up with me. He has watched this Cardinals lead disintegrate on him. And coming in to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Ken Daly. 4-4 with a 2.76 ERA, 65 1/3 innings pitched, 62 strikeouts, 18 walks, 2 home runs, and 85. His job here is to keep this game right where it is. But unfortunately, he's got a tough task in front of him as he's got a very good hitting catcher at the plate. Ashby waits for the pitch. Daly gets the sign from Porter. Astros lead 5-3. Daly will set, and he will pitch. That is a 464, and against the lefty, 464 is going to be a called strike 3 on Ashby as he's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 2. Wait a minute. Yeah. Ashby's called out on strikes, and the batter now is Reynolds. Reynolds today is 1 for 3. Daly trying to get the Cardinals out of this inning. He will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a cocked die. That's a 177. And a 177 is going to be a bloop single just out of the infield. And 2 more runs are going to score. Cruz and Walling will both score. Reynolds will go to first, 7-3 in favor of the Astros. Stadium barfs. Bleh. And here's Mumphrey. Mumphrey is 1 for 3. The Astros found a way. Daly trying to get out of the inning. He will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 144, and a 144, that's going to be into center field. That's going to be a double, and the Astros inning will continue. Holy cow, the Astros have sent... Wow. The Astros are now sending their 12th batter to the plate. And a lot of this is coming with 2 outs. Batter now is Duran. Duran is 0 for 2 with a walk. We're going to get some more activity in the Cardinals bullpen as starting to get loose for the Cardinals is going to be Pat Perry. He's going to start getting loose for the Cardinals. If Jester were here, he would probably be throwing something right now. Daly gets the sign from Porter. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 478. And against a lefty, 478 is going to be a base hit, and the Cardinals are going to get 2 more. Or the Astros are going to get 2 more. Reynolds and Mumphrey will both score. Duran to first, 9-3 in favor of the Astros. Stadium barfs. Bleh. Bass is now the batter. Bass is 1 for 3, and that is absolutely going to be it for Daly. Daly just did not have the right stuff today. Coming in to pitch for the Cardinals. Cardinals need to stop this carnage. Coming in to pitch for the Cardinals now is going to be Pat Perry. 1-0 with a 0.0 ERA. 12 1/3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts, 3 walks in 85. He has got to keep this game right where it is. Cardinals are all of a sudden in deep trouble. Perry gets the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 6-16, and a 6-16 is going to be a called strike 3 on Bass as he gets frozen by a splitter, and that will retire the side, but not before the Astros send 12 batters to the plate. But not before the Astros send 12 batters to the plate. And score 9 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits and a walk. Take a 9-3 lead into the 7th inning stretch. Sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." I will take a small break. Later tonight, after the War Room, we will be going to the American League Division Series. We'll be going over to Anaheim Stadium in Anaheim, California for Game 2 of the American League Division Series between the Toronto Blue Jays and the California Angels. Doyle Alexander will be on the hill for the Blue Jays, and Ron Romanick will be on the mound for the Angels. That will be later this afternoon. Angels and their Blue Jays and the Angels. Bottom of the 7th here at Busch Stadium, and the Astros need a pitcher. Amazing how one inning has just flipped this game on its head. Coming in to pitch for the Astros is Ron Mathis. 3-5 with a 6.04 ERA. 70 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, 27 walks, 7 home runs in 85. Leading off for the Cardinals, Leading off for the Cardinals is Porter. Porter today is 2 for 3. A 3-0 lead for the Cardinals going into the top of the 7th has flipped into a 9-3 deficit as the Astros exploded all over the Cardinals' bullpen. And yes, I know that sounded wrong. Context matters, though. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 3-11. And a 3-11 is going to be a swing and a miss for Porter as he gets in front of a changeup for strike 3. That is out number 1. Here's Coleman. Coleman tonight is 0 for 3. Mathis gets the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 549. That's over to second base Duran, and Duran's going to pick that one up, drop it, and Coleman will be safe at first on the E4. First error of the day by either team. Infield goes to double play depth. Mathis goes, dude, what are you doing? We just came back from a 6-run lead. Don't spot them anything. Here's McGee. McGee is 1 for 3. Mathis looking in at Bailey for the sign. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 568. That's over to shortstop where Reynolds has got that one, and a 568 is going to be a base hit for McGee. Everybody moves up, and the batter now is HOU. HOU today, HOU is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Cardinals fans are back to being loud again. Cardinals have something going on here. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 546. That's over to Duran at second base. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. They're waving Coleman through. Actually, right fielder is Mumphrey with the forearm. They're waving Coleman through. Coleman with a speed of 14. Can he bring a run home? Coleman's got to be to 14 with a speed of 7. Here comes the throw from right field. It's going to get cut off. Coleman will score. Coleman will score. McGee to second. HOU to first. 9-4 in favor of the Cardinals. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 0 for 3. Nothing cute here. Van Slyke's going to grip it and rip it. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 297. Oh, boy. Against a lefty 297, that is deep to right field. Van Slyke has got a power of a 7. Does he cut even further into this deficit? Van Slyke gets into left field. Going back for that one is going to be Mumphrey. He's back to the track, but it's going to die out there. 2 outs in the inning. McGee thinking about tagging up, but he will hold at second base. 2 outs in the inning. Especially with Clark coming up and not wanting to run themselves out of the inning. Here's Clark. Clark today is 0 for 3. Mathis trying to hold the fort down here. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 170, and a 170 is going to be a base hit into right field. McGee will come around to score. Her rounding second. Here comes the throw from Mumphrey. They're sending her around. He's got a speed of a 9, got to beat a 14. He will get in there easily, hardly a play. That'll be a 1B star, I think is how I want to enter that. McGee will score. Her will make third. Clark to first. 9-5 Astros. Stadium cheers. Yay! Just updating everything here. That brings up Smith. Smith today is 1 for 3 with a double. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. 9-5 Astros. We've got some high drama here at Busch Stadium. Mathis will set, and he will pitch. That is a 361, and that's going to end the drama as that'll be a ground ball over to second. Duran will pick that one up. He'll throw that over to Reynolds at short, and that will finally retire the side after a very eventful 7th inning, where the Cardinals picked up 2 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits and an error, but the Astros now holding a 9-5 lead after 7. Top of the 8th coming up, and we're back to the middle of the Astros order. Here's Davis. Davis today is 0 for 3. He's struck out 3 times. We're going to get some more activity in the Cardinals bullpen, as starting to get loose for the Cardinals is going to be... Yeah. Ricky Horton's going to start getting loose for the Cardinals. Perry will get the sign from Porter. 9-5 Astros, top of the 8th. Astros would like to get some breathing room on this Cardinals team. Perry will set, and he will pitch. That's a 239 against a righty at 239 is going to be a ground ball right back to Perry. He will throw that over to Clark at first. 1 out in the inning. Bailey, now the batter. Bailey is 1 for 3. He's got a single. And he scored in the middle of that 9-run 7th. Perry will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 157, and it's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that is going to be Van Slyke. He will make the catch for St. Louis, and that will be out number 2. Cruz, now the batter. Cruz today is 2 for 3. Perry will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 494, and against the lefty, 494 is going to be a fly ball into center field. McGee will track that down for the Cardinals. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. After that disastrous 7th, one for the Cardinals, I should say, 1, 2, 3 go the Astros here in the top of the 8th. But Houston still holding on to a 9-5 lead heading into the bottom of the 8th. Yes, it has been a great game, Philip. We've had quite a wild ride in this one. Cardinals turned a triple play earlier, and the Astros exploded for a 9-run 7th. And that's how we've gotten to the point where we're at now. Bottom of the 8th will bring us back to the bottom of the Cardinals order. Here's Pendleton. Pendleton today is 3 for 3. There's about zero chance Perry is going to come out to bat in the bottom of the 8th. He's due up. The pitcher spot is due up second. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set. Here's the kick, and here comes the pitch. That is a 135, and a 135 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Mumphrey going back for that one for the Cardinals. He will make the catch, and that will be out number 1. Perry is coming out of the game. The Cardinals are going to go to the bench. Coming in to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be... Pendleton's out. Now I've got to decide who's coming in to pinch hit. Somebody who hits a righty decently well. Coming in to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be Cesar Cedeno. 434 average, 6 home runs, 19 RBIs in 85. He's got to get on for the Cardinals to have a chance here. Mathis will look to Bailey as Bailey comes out to give him a talking to. Mathis will get the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 597. That's into right field. Going back for that is Mumphrey. And that's going to get to the wall past Mumphrey. Cedeno will be at second with a double. Batter now is Porter. Porter today is 2 for 4. Mathis gets the sign from Bailey. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 105, and a 105 is going to be a ground ball over to first. Picking that one up is going to be Davis. He will throw that over to Mathis, coming over to cover first. 2 outs in the inning. Cedeno will make third. Yep. Porter should be out. Cedeno should be at third. Here's Coleman. Coleman today is 0 for 3, but he reached on an error. Mathis looking in at Bailey for the sign. Fans at Busch Stadium hoping the Cardinals can get something going here. Mathis will set, and he will pitch. That is a 314, and a 314 is going to be a called strike 3 on Coleman as he gets frozen by a changeup for strike 3. That will retire the side. Nothing across except the double for the Cardinals. The Astros holding on to a 9-5 lead after 8. We're going to be a little bit busy here with pitcher details, as starting to get loose for the Astros is going to be the heart of the Cardinals order, huh? Switch lefty. Frank DePino is going to start getting loose for the Astros in the bullpen. As for the Cardinals, they need a pitcher. And coming in to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be their 4th pitcher today. Yep, 4th pitcher today. It's going to be Ricky Horton. 3-2 with a 2.91 ERA. 89 2/3 innings pitched, 59 strikeouts, 34 walks, 5 home runs, an 85. He will have the bottom of the Astros order to deal with. Leading off the top of the 9th, right? Yes, the 9th. Actually, leading off the top of the 9th is Walling. Walling today is 2 for 3. But before we get to that, I do need to take a small break. I'm running a small load of laundry, so I need to go get that real quick. Sorry for the brief delay there. I actually had to run a very small load of laundry because I got some bits of paper on the group game room / mystical munchies table from sorting a season of Stratomatic hockey out there. So I wanted to get that cleaned up. Anyway, back to the top of the 9th. Walling is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. And I will see you guys before we start the bottom of the 9th. Horton will get the sign from Porter. 9-5 Astros, top of the 9th. Horton will set, and he will pitch. That is a 233, and against the lefty, a 233 is going to be grounded over to first. Clark will grab that one. He'll wave off Horton coming over. That'll be 1 out in the inning. Mathis is going to come out of the game. The Astros are going to go to the bench once again. Coming in to pinch hit for the Astros this time. Let's see, against the lefty this time, huh? Let's see, who do they want? Coming in to pinch hit for the Astros is going to be Phil Garner. 268 average, 6 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 85. He will be the pinch hitter for the Astros against Horton. Horton will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 523, and that's at Porter. That's going to be a walk. Garner will work a 1-out walk out of the at-bat. Infield will go to double play depth. Reynolds, now the batter. Reynolds today is 2 for 4. His last 2 plate appearances were both singles. Horton will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 164, and a 164 is going to be a base hit for the Astros. Reynolds will get on with another single. Garner will go to second, Reynolds will go to first, and the batter now is Mumphrey. The Cardinals bullpen, Garner goes to third. Cardinals bullpen cannot catch a break today. Batter now is Mumphrey. Mumphrey today is 0 for 3. Actually, he's 2 for 4. I lied. The infield has to play in. They don't want this to get any worse. Their bats probably could erase a worse deficit, but they don't want to take a chance on that. Garner is checking arms again. 2, 2, 4, 3. Garner has to go on contact. Horton will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 693. And a 693. Mumphrey's going to get into one. That's going to be a double, and that'll extend the Astros' lead. Reynolds will go to third. Garner will score. Reynolds to third. Mumphrey to second. 10-5 in favor of the Astros. Stadium groans. Ugh. Infield still playing in, and the batter now is Duran. Duran is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk today. 1 out in the inning. This is almost getting out of hand for the Cardinals at this point, but they are going to get some activity in the bullpen once again, as they are going to get Todd Worrell warming up. They need to stop this carnage here. Reynolds is going on contact. Horton will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 534. That is grounded over to first base, and that'll be Clark picking that one up. He's got it. He's going to throw to the plate though. He's got an arm of a 2. He's got to beat a 13 with Reynolds to the plate. Actually, Reynolds, who's got the challenge here? Looks like chooses to challenge the. Let me just check something with the infield in. Who's got the challenge? If defense throws home, the runner's out. So he's got a challenge with his arm of 2, which means Clark's got to beat a 13 to the plate. And here comes the throw. Clark is on target, and Reynolds is tagged out. Stadium cheers. Yay! Not a very enthusiastic cheer, but there are 2 outs in the inning, as the batter now is Bass. Bass today is 1 for 4, but that 1 was a double. I'm just updating my score sheet. Horton will get the sign from Porter. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 230, and against a switch right, a 230 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Smith will grab that one. He'll throw that over to Clark, and that will retire the side. No runs on, actually, 1 run on 2 hits and a walk, and the Astros now holding a 10-5 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Let me just make sure I've got my lineup straight just in case. Okay. The Astros need a pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Astros is going to be Frank DiPino. 3-7 with a 4.03 ERA. 76 innings pitched, 49 strikeouts, 43 walks, 7 home runs, and 85. He will have to deal with the heart of the Cardinals' order, though. Here's McGee. McGee today is, 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. DiPino will get the sign from Bailey. 10-5 Astros, bottom of the 9th. Astros get out of this inning. We go back to Houston with the Astros up 2-0. Cardinals hoping for some 9th inning magic to try to even this series. DiPino gets the sign from Bailey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 519. That's right, to DePino, and DePino's going to pick that one up, drop it. It's going to handcuff him, and McGee will be safe at first on the error by DePino. Second error on the Astros today. The infield will go to double play depth, and HOU is now the batter. HOU is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and a walk. McGee, not much of a threat to steal. He will hold. DePino will get the sign from Bailey. Fans at Busch Stadium are loud, hoping the Cardinals can extend this game. We saw what happened with the Yankees and the Tigers last night. DePino will set, and he will pitch. That is a 635. That'll be a 645, and be a ground ball over to second base. Getting to that one is Duran. He will throw that over to Reynolds at short. That'll get McGee. Reynolds tries to make the relay over to Davis at first, but that won't be in time. That'll be a fielder's choice. 1 out in the inning. One out in the inning, and here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 0 for 4. DePino readies. Bailey comes out, gives him they have a quick chat on the mound. DePino gets the sign from Bailey. He will set. Fans at Busch Stadium are loud. DePino will kick, and he will pitch. That is a 415 against the lefty, 415. That's going to be grounded over to second. Getting to that one is Duran. He will throw that over to Reynolds. HOU comes in sliding, but he's out. Reynolds will pump once, pump twice, throw to first. That's your game. The Houston Astros stick it to the St. Louis Cardinals once again with a 9-run 7th, and they take this one by a final score of 10-5. Stadium barfs. Bleh. But most importantly, the Astros now hold a 2-0 lead in this series. They can win this series in Game 3, which as of now will be on Thursday night. Final line score coming up. As ID Jester now joins us here at Busch Stadium, and yeah, I have a feeling the less you're going to be happy with this game, Jester, until probably about the 7th inning, I would say. For the Astros, 10 runs on 13 hits and 2 errors. For the Cardinals, 5 runs on 12 hits and no errors. Winning pitcher for this one is going to be Mike Scott. He's going to pick up the win. John Tudor picks up a tough loss. And the Astros now hold a 2-0 lead as we get set to go back to the Astrodome for Game 3. That tentatively is scheduled for Thursday night, but I'll get the schedule straight, and I'll know by the time I'm live on Monday what the schedule is going to be. And that will do it for this game 2 in 1985. Later this afternoon, after the War Room, we will be over at Anaheim Stadium for Game 3, or for Game 2, I should say, between the Toronto Blue Jays and the California Angels. Doyle Alexander will be starting for the... Yep, I'll see you over there in just a few minutes, Jester. Anyway, coming back to the starting pitchers for later this afternoon, Doyle Alexander will be going for the Blue Jays, and Ron Romanick will be up for the Angels. Tomorrow morning, we will be playing Arc Nova. Wednesday, we're playing Invaders from Dimension X. And next week, Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the flavors of the Dungeons & Dragons Flavors of the Multiverse cookbook as we have the side Tavern Noodles. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Houston Astros went into the 7th inning down 3-0, then exploded for 9 runs in the 7th against John Tudor and the bullpen to pick up a 10-5 win and take a 2-0 lead. Once again, take care, and I will see you guys later this afternoon.